So this is um the do you see it shouldn't have the full it it shouldn't it should why is this what it shouldn't have the flashing like the other one, but it looks it looks to me a little darker, but I don't know if that's I I I oh God. I I was trying I was trying before the huh! I oh God. Okay. Hi. 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 I don't know. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Well, no, I was I was tr I was trying before the show. Well, you saw I was waiting was because I was trying to figure out how to get the how to get the volume how to get how to get the volume off this phone down because I knew I was gonna give a number on the screen, but I wanted to make sure it was the iPhone because that one I don't use at all. So I thought I would try it, and I really thought that I got because if because I thought if I'm on the phone, um, and it keeps calling and and it's loud, that it's just gonna keep interfering, like, I'm gonna keep getting bothered by it, the ring in between, so I had to and I thought that I did, and then it did, and then I thought, "Okay, this the person calling, if it's Arthur, I can talk to him while I try to figure it out." So I looked up, and I had to look up in this phone to be sure if it was Arthur's number, which it looked like, and it was, but then once I answered it, it said there were 2 people on the line. Another number from that I didn't totally recognize, but it made me so I clicked end that call because hi, and I think that it, I ended the uh, can you stop? I don't know. Yeah, I keep pressing them, like, right here. Oh, sorry. I really thought it they I thought okay, okay, so they're right there, and it's, like, not wor it's not working. This that one?
Turns off. A little small switch above the volume.
Yeah, now it says silent mode on, thank you. How did you know that? Yeah, I thank you. Is that why you called? Or you just wanted to get in before Arthur did?
Arthur just called me away and they didn't. I was waiting. If you want, Arthur can call you now.
Well, it's okay, I can talk to you, Arthur can wait. He's a patient man. Is he in the chat? I I I wanna talk to you guys, I just wanted to get the sound off, and then it just started I don't know if I explained before, I was trying to explain the computer, that I don't know if it looks dark to you, or if it's just my screen, but this if I don't know if it looks better, I thought maybe it would be better. That this is the replacement from the first one that they sent back, and now
Looks good.
the second one is already now out there, so, um, hopefully oh, um,
Fine, you're good.
yeah, it's just like
Just it was normal.
you know, you always say that, "Hey, pretty girl," and every single time you say that, which is, like, every day, although some nights you don't always say, "Good night, pretty girl," or "Good morning, pretty girl," but you always say, like, here.
Mhm.
Anyway, and I hear the voice of Zac Efron say, "Hey, pretty girl with the cash to burn, I'm selling something you won't return." And it's
Oh,
like, "No, not High School Musical, no, Hairspray." You never heard that song? It boom, 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 boom. It starts with the drums, and that's how they introduce with the swivel, and it grabs the mic, and it's, "Hey, pretty girl with the" You never seen that?
School musical, and I've seen the Baywatch version he did, and I've seen 17 again. I think that's the only three I've seen.
I'm gonna send you a clip to that. So, have you ever have you ever done this to yourself? You know what I mean?
Negative, not done that.
Well, what I mean
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, like a really small kid, apparently I got into a fight with my mother, and to punish her, I tried to stab myself.
oh my
I
god!
did it, but I used like a butter knife and it didn't work. So
No, you can call, you just got Tyrone, you could just wait. Yes, I do have disabilities, yeah. Um, I don't know what silly I have a sick disturbance about me of seeing, um, like, when you are like, this as a management, like, delete something
yeah,
of seeing and then they just said, "Is there something bugging you?" And I think maybe he deleted it because he thought maybe it triggered me. Tomorrow is my 35th birthday. Why would you block that? Happy birthday. I'm trying to see the first one on. Hey, Betty, why would you block that? Oh, maybe because it's not my name. I don't know. And I'll tell you, I always think it's gonna be somebody telling me I'm so ugly. And you know what's strange is like yesterday I saw this video of myself, or maybe it was the day before. It
hmm
was so fucked up, but it's the video that I made when I was saying like I was going to see my mom and I wanted the people that watch my outfit of the days to know. Because that was the first time I talked on that channel that
yeah,
because I did it every single day. Like it wasn't like pre-recorded. I did it and then I posted. I wanted them to know and they didn't see me that I was okay. And um the first comment I got was she's so ugly. this is why she doesn't show her face, even though I do anyway. It has always stuck with me, and so every time I go to see what was removed, I always think they're saying, "She's so ugly." Isn't that so sad? It's like, I've never gotten past it. I've never gotten it out of my head to not think that
Reason why Joe Rogan doesn't look at his comments and he tells all his guests not to look at the comments after they do a show, even if it was a good one, because it's only the bad ones stick to you. Even if you got a million nice ones, you get one bad one, that's it.
to see that's it's not that that's the only one that stuck to me. That was just the first comment. And see, the sad thing is, like, I didn't allow comments, I think, for a while, or it because of that. I've always been this way, very protective of myself. Like,
Uh-huh.
for example, like, I don't have social media and these things. And then I have you as, like, a bulldog. You're like the bouncer outside the Stella Club, like, but because I don't, and this is one reason that this was allowed to happen to me is because the people that were, like you said, I never knew of any of these places. Like, the good people wouldn't tell me because they're good people. They would know, and the people searching it were able to. Fortunately, I got a company on it already. The other Royalty company is not going yet, but this company, in the meantime, they have a thing with Google too to keep you out of the searches, anything that's not, like, permitted. Well, I didn't even know that that was, like, a thing. That's probably why they cost so much money, but, um and they're already on it, like, you can see them finding things. Um,
It's Google, isn't it? They have fingers in all the pies.
yeah, I guess they have something with the Google that they can keep you out of the being searched for, and it's the ways, like, they won't come up for you, but, anyways, one of the reasons I was able to happen is because I couldn't face it ever, just in case
Yeah.
that it was I never thought it would be this bad or anything, but just somebody um, saying something mean about me somewhere. I didn't wanna ever see, like, of somebody saying, "Oh, whatever happened to that Stella Eternum? Oh, she's so ugly anyway," or something, and I didn't want that to make me hate myself more. So, just something like I never dreamed it could be this bad. That wasn't I actually was sure that it wasn't because management searched it for me and it's like, "Nope, there's nothing out there." So, you can rest assured. Anyway, so but it's that now I see there's these companies needed for this reason. They're
Yeah.
finding so many, like, just by the numbers, like, I'm looking, but, like, that it's like, "Holy shit, this poor girl, what" Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, it all goes back to that, like, when you say Joe Rogan in the comments, like, um, no, that was an accident that happened. It was just a sad accident that I never would have seen it otherwise. It would have had at that point no comments. Um, but that was the first, and actually someone had responded to it saying, like, "What are you talking about? She's pretty," or whatever. And at that point, I had no idea even who was watching. Just there's people were watching. I thought for all I knew it was all girls. But no, it was a man telling me I was ugly. Um, or that she is ugly. She is. But it was on my page, so anyway. So but it's not that that's the only thing that's stayed with me in my life. I do think um because I feel some of you that like, here's the thing. Let me just check up with the chat first and then I can explain. Arthur's so funny. Do you think I'm upset? The answer is no.
Same experience, but I've definitely had stupid little things in life, like really dumb road rage incidents that was completely wrong. And it
My
just sticks with you for no particular reason. Whenever you've been in had way worse situations, but for whatever reason, just that one little thing sticks with you.
my OF is Stella Aeternum. Stella Aeternum Latin. It's Latin because they'll have trouble saying it, and Arthur often would say atrium. Yeah. Anyway, so let me tell you something. I last night I was sitting on the couch, and see the thing is the pain, and I actually looked at it today because I'm showered. I took a shower today with her, but I'm having a lot of pain. I wake up and I feel it a lot, really pain. I'm sitting in the chair, on my couch in the living room, and I thought, and I'm looking at the empty space where my TV used to be. Um, and I thought to myself, "Geez, Stella, you must be really like falling apart in your joints and stuff, like because this never happened to you before. Like, I'm not um I don't know what it means to be so-called double jointed or if they can bend things back or what it like anywhere. I don't know if there are people that can like pop things out and not bruise like that. Did I tell you though that
Right.
when I took this off for the shower today, it is bruised bad. It's like
Yeah.
really dark. So anyway, I was thinking to myself, so strange that this happened so easily. And then it hit me was like,
Was it
no,
that easy?
it wasn't that easy. What it was like, I remembered, see this farm, um, it wasn't in this room when it happened. I was mainly in the other room, the floor. You can see this is a concrete, and then I have, but there's a parts that are tile, like out there.
Yeah.
But this is hard. Hard, hard. Like, okay, I felt I just not like that. And so at that point, gosh, what night was it? It was the night before New Year's Eve, I think, right? Yeah. And but because it was like New Year's Day in the other
Maybe
place.
it was I was thinking New Year's Eve would have been worse at the hospital because of all the drunks.
Well, yeah, so but then I'm trying to think, is there in your time or some similar time where it's far away from my time? Um, And I was looking in that company as, like, the only company at that point, and that was a holiday, and then about to be a holiday here because some of them taking, like, days off, and I had been thinking they were going to help me, and then to be, like, refunded, and I can't get contact, and I can't get helped, and it's like, this is happening to me right now.
Yeah.
Um, I started crying, but it hyperventilating, we get, like, the it's it's so embarrassing, but, like, I have to like, it's and I thought about you, and when I decided, like, I was gonna come clean about this, because you were the one that said to me last week, I think, when I said, "Well, I have to be strong for everyone, like, I have to be like Superwoman, because that's where how people see me and admire that," and so and you said, like, "That's sad, like, you don't have to do that, you don't," and so I didn't wanna say this, and I didn't even remember realize until this morning, or last night, that this even happened, but it was like, I mean, I knew there was more to it with the TV, but not as much as, like, I realized now, so I know I was start crying, and it hit me, the I struggle with the word rational, because doing this to yourself is completely irrational. I understand this, and I wanna help other people, like, of what to tell yourself so you don't do this, but it felt rational at the time that I had to tell myself, like, nobody can help you. There's nothing you can do, like, in this moment, right now. There's nothing to be done to help you. And, like, that just killed me. Like, I could just, like, see all the people, like, using me, like, and, like, I sent that video today. because, like, that doctor guy in the beginning, it's the closest anyone's ever come to, like, it doesn't even specifically talk, I think, to women, but it was, like, just saying, like, you know, when people have, like, a revenge porn, things without their consent, like, half of them want to go they go from 0 to wanting to kill themselves. I'm just saying this to explain, like, what happened to me, what I'm going through, because I think that, like, Arthur doesn't understand when he was saying it's like, "What's got into you?" It's like, it's only been, like, how many days since Christmas, but it was late at night and that day anyway, at that point, to now it's only what, is it January 3rd? Um, is it the 3rd or the yes. So that's, like, 7 or 8 days, or no, that's yeah, that's, like, 8 days. Yeah. So anyway, I started crying at first, and I didn't get hard to breathe, and I just, like, started wailing, and I started first, like, I hit the ground, and I start throwing my fists, like, I can show with this hand because, and this hand got hurt, but not like this one. This part now I'm not like a puncher. I imagine if you throw a fist, you probably actually you've thrown, haven't you? I imagine you throw with your knuckles, right? Um, but it was more here. Um,
Yeah.
and so that would explain, not just
You absolutely do not throw a
here.
fist with your thumb in like that, or else exactly what's happened to you happens.
So I, s- I know that it's like I threw my hands like they didn't belong to me. Not that they belong to another person, but like it was his bag of Grinch Hershey Kisses or something like and hard as I could. Like I'm in the World Series, throwing a pitch hard like as I can, and I like throwing my own hand, like my own bones, like and then just for a lot. And I even got up, and I remember saying things like "Help me" or "No," like it was like not too many words I could get out, but so I know that I hit and yeah, and I was hitting it at once at some point. I know the door, the fridge, but
Yeah.
mainly the
Question
floor.
check.
Like, mainly, like, the so that's why you're getting this too, because it doesn't seem to make sense, like, you're not like a drum. They're not thinking, but here's the thing. I didn't feel it like you would think. Like,
Can I
yeah,
ask the question before
go
you go
ahead.
on?
Go ahead.
You mentioned the word a couple as well, because and because you forgot until a few days later. Was that whenever you were disassociating? Is that what that is? Is that
Well, I think that part of it was
time?
I think that part of it was, um, the shock, like, once I looked at my hand, because I didn't feel it. I saw it on my in my hand. I was taken out to, like, "This is an emergency, like, I have to find a way to the hospital. I have to go to the hospital." Like, um, and I remembered the TV, and that was the last part, and it's like, well, I must have been, like, moving the TV or something. Like, it they remember the TV and my hands, so, like, that picture of me with that same dress, that pink dress, that is not at the hospital. You see my carpet, that's because I took it right then when it happened, um, and before I went to the hospital. So, what I could say is they must have been like, I don't totally know. Maybe there's a doctor here or somebody that's gone through some of these things that know. Oh, what happened? See, I tell you, I always you're waiting. Just be patient, Arthur, and listen. Okay. So I can stub my toe, which may be a bad example because stubbing your toe is like, it hurts me. Ow.
Well,
I stubbed like 4 toes at once where it's like, anyway, or a paper cut, but those hurt, especially if you have like salty chips or a lemon and it's like, oh my God. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes I hurt myself more seriously, like when I hit my head yesterday. But I can like bump into the bed or something right now and be like, ow, like you feel it, all right? No, I'm throwing my delicate bones of my hand as hard as I can. And in my mind, things went off. Like there was definitely something that went off that's like your body wants to protect. Your mind is aware something is happening. Something is happening. It wasn't like a typical pain signal, but my heart racing in a way that was like, it's like it, but it couldn't override. Like I think at some point a message tried to get through. Like to consider what I was doing. But it wasn't enough to override the pain I was in, and that, like, something had to be done, like, um sorry,
I think you just because you couldn't get help and were just lashing out. That's what people do.
I think,
You
like,
weren't trying to hurt yourself at all. I think you're just like,
totally powerless. I felt just and I was in that moment, like, not forever, but it feels like, in that moment, so just totally powerless. I'm trying to see what I wrote because it's like when it all came back to me, the wrist swelling, um I don't know if any of you guys have seen this. Oh, maybe I can this picture won't work, but we'll see. Um, yeah, criming and so the box of gel candy that was on the table, getting up, like, it was like, anything, 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 mm, like, literally, like, an insane. It, like, literally insane, like, what I was doing, right? But what's so scary is, like, how did I say it? Um, like, my part of my brain knew it was dangerous, but it was overridden by the sense of emergency that I had to do something. I had to use whatever power to stop this. Like something corrupted in my brain. Like this could help, like that this was do something, but it's irrational. Like you're not doing anything. But that's all I could do, which is um I had to use whatever power to stop this. And then all I did was hurt myself. But in my mind, the pain had to come out, not even caring about my body. But after the TV, I looked down at my hand, and I'll show you the picture in a second, and it snapped me out of it somewhat. Like, oh my God, what have I done? Um, okay, I have to be honest. Yeah, that's what the pain did to me, the powerlessness. My brain was in such a state of emotional pain, it separated from my body enough to not even feel how bad I was hurting physically. I feel it now, like when I wake up and I have all this
yeah.
pain. I have to accept what I've done, but it wasn't just an accident. Yeah, it wasn't an accident. I did this to myself. I was hyperventilating, screaming for help, pain. I saw all the people who hurt me, and I didn't care about what would happen to me. And all I could do was this. Uh, yeah. So I am human. The suffering changes your brain. People weren't meant to feel the toll of so many hurting you, and I needed help. And then this. Now this is probably important to say. I haven't felt safe on my channel. Like, this is another thing when Arthur said, "You haven't been acting yourself since that night." It's like, uh, um, I don't know who to trust. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to like the viewers on this channel. Like, I hang on to knowing the ones that care for sure, like like you. But since Christmas, I've been afraid. There, meaning here. Um, like I need to know none of them, you, took any part in this. Um, So you see, that's why I've been acting different. I don't know how to stop being afraid, like, of you. I don't know how to really stop any of this, like, what's going on. Um, I know that at least one of the companies is already helping now. That's the one in America where that works with Yugoslavia. They work with Google, and they wrote me this morning. Yep. Um, I feel so weak. So many days now. This is since Christmas. I wake up every day crying. This morning, while I was writing this, crying. Um, I wake up and cry. That's the reality, and I need my strength back. Um, so okay, that part about like I knew it was suffering. Like there's a part of you that knows that it's like I guess what I'm saying is if I am capable of this, I think that we all are in terms of to snap so hard, some the emotional pain that you don't go that
Is definitely capable of it, and their body has their fight or flight response, and you were just overwhelmed by constant stuff, and you went into fight mode, and you just lashed out, and it's fine. But
it's fine. It hurts like hell.
yeah, but like a top athlete being in the zone,
Yeah.
do you know what? Like, see, whenever if you're in a fight with someone, that you go somewhere else, you go into the zone, and you don't feel the pain the same. So somebody's hitting you and you're hitting them. You're hitting them hard. Your hand doesn't hurt. It doesn't really hurt whenever they hit you until it's over, and then it hurts. You just
Yeah, you'd think that it would be a person that was, like, on drugs, right? Or they were drinking, and so they don't feel physically. But no, I had nothing. In fact, my makeup was half done that night because before my hand got broke, right? Although I really tried so tonight, I would have loved to do pantyhose tonight. I really was ready to try, but I'm like, I couldn't. Not there yet, but I could do the makeup. That made me feel a little more like myself. Uh, having the ability and it's a little bit therapeutic, but yeah, I would think the athletes, like the boxers or whatever, do they give them something that they're getting hit at, or the adrenaline is so there that they're not registering like I just got punched until they're like, "Oh, that rang my bell." Um,
just pull on, and then you can't keep
yeah.
it. It has to come out some way, and it just happened to be the way it came out of you. You just lashed out. And had you not hurt your hand the way you did, you'd probably felt better after it. It's, you would have to release just the emotional, let it out.
Well, this degree like that, I have never had. Like, that's unlike me. I've seen my mother kick her radiator and, like, scream like she broke her toes kicking a radiator, but she was so hurting. This was like, my mom has been really fucked up and through some shit, and she kicked that,
Yeah.
and it's like in her I hear her crying, and I remember and you know what it was too? She was screaming about we didn't pick up our toys, and then when she said that it was our fault that she broke her toes. Anyway, but, um, yeah, I was probably like 4. Anyway,
Like then.
I said that I told you once, like, I broke my lava lamp, and then, like, immediately afterwards, like, "What have I done?" My lava lamp. But this kind of prolonged physical pain and to not feel it like you should, that it's the pain in your emotionally is so intense. And maybe you're right, like maybe were like adrenaline hormones, but it was this emergency. Like something has to be done. This has to stop. This and just like the fact that I could throw my hands that many times at a hard floor to the and not understand immediately the first time, "Ow! Oh, like, not gonna do that again," but that my mind would allow me to be so separate, to just keep, like, that not even concerned about protecting me on that, because this is less important. Like, my mind understood that there's an emergency, And this isn't what's important. What's important is you fight and that you fight. Like, and I I don't know if any of you have ever had a feeling like that where you punch a wall or like you like didn't feel it at the time. What later is like, holy shit, like this is horrible. Like I'm in a lot of pain in this hand. I r- regret doing this so much. But I also am saying this because it's like the reason why I wanted to, instead of being like, oh yes, I just accidentally dropped my TV. I'm totally fine, actually. The reason I'm saying this is like, okay, so actually I was in so much pain that I broke my own hand. Um, and that's when I sent like the videos about from that doctor about, okay, people in this position, it's like really a lot of suffering and you don't understand if you don't have the empathy, but you like you should try. And then also like because the people think about suicide, I sent another video about like the brain and what he was talking about when your brain is like against you, and it's so hard because all I have like is, well, he also said it's like you lean on people and community and talk, and like I'm trying to do that like with you and right now. But it's like besides that, you only have in your own brain that's like against you. So when you get suicidal, it's like I know, like I'm not supposed to say that word here, but so I'm too late. I'm not promoting that. I'm saying like you are your brain is like actively against you. And mine very much was. And that's like really scary. And so I'm trying to lean on, like you said, at the beginning, and people just remember like these bad comments. But what like I try to lean on is like you have to have gratitude for remembering the people that very much do care and love you and everything. Like I don't understand like all of that video. Like I think like the parasocial, I don't understand with like I think parasocial is like when you're in love. No, I was gonna say with like a QVC host, but you've never even communicated with them, but you may have because sometimes they communicate with you. But like right now, I'm talking to you. This is very much social. Like I'm actually socializing with you. I think that they mean like people.
Is you have to not think of it from your side, you have to think of it from the other, not our side, that completely make stuff up in their head. And I seen something one time that people that stream like you is different than like an actor or something because it's in your home. It makes the relationship closer or something to these people. There's something about being like in someone's own personal space that makes the whole thing different. Can't explain why, but I heard that and it's just in passing one time.
Different in your own space, like, um
Yes, but see, because you're streaming from like your actual house, an
yeah.
actress or something is just at work.
Do you see the candles back
It's
there?
something I did see the candles actually.
You're very, s your brain really gets stupid when you're depressed too, so that's fun. Observant.
We don't understand even a little bit.
I'm gonna check out that Fiverr site. I wanna get you some I keep saying you, but you won't even sign up, and I put a boot video there for you too for when you sign up last night. Uh, but I'll say you, like, to get you some emoticons, he was telling me about there's a site that I guess it's not very expensive, probably because they work more in quantity. They can do just little pictures. But so you can have little pictures for your you gotta understand, I've only had memberships for a few days, but I'm trying to put loads of videos. I already put two up in the memberships. I'm trying to do every day. Um, like the boot one they made adult, but I don't care. Um,
Freaks like me would watch it.
Why is your patience starting to drain? It's Terry. Will you stop, Arthur? Why is it bothering you? You can call next. Oh. It's so funny. Oh, it's like I just trying to get my mind in. See, normally you call later and talk for so long because nobody's like upset like that you're talking. But I wanted to talk to you because I actually thought that you, of all people, would have maybe experienced um this type of a scenario.
Point with extreme frustration.
Yeah, because how do you get into a fight? And how do you get into a fight and not be irrationally angry? Like,
Just,
no, you're gonna say all those fuckers deserved it, Stella. That wasn't irrational.
just simply just long, and you tried and you tried, and no matter what you can do, just it just doesn't go right, and you just blow. I might not have been on the floor, smashed my hand against the floor, but I've definitely kicked stuff.
Kick stuff. Yeah.
And just and then once you do it, fuck, there's another thing I have to fix. You know?
Oh my yeah, and I'm looking at TVs to replace that, and it's like, God, Stella, you're so fucking stupid. Like, how could you do this? But it's like, I was in so much pain. I I wasn't thinking. Um, I think I felt like when I say the word emergency and panic, it felt this is so urgent. Like, if only this could be fixed, then I could release this pain. Then I could feel better. If this could just stop. Um, and it can't. It couldn't. I could do nothing. But I should have, even knowing that, I can't say I should have just felt better. Because how do you do that? But I shouldn't have done this. I don't even, well, part of it is also my misfortune of was Christmas. So then, like, because the amount of days that go by, it makes it harder because you are being patient, you are waiting, but your mind is still going through it. It's not have a relief yet. So I think by that point, the night before New Year's Eve, it had already been days, and now I'm being told it's going to be days longer. Um, I think I cracked then where maybe it wouldn't have gotten it. I mean, it would have been bad. It was always going to be really bad. But I think it got
For sure.
worse and worse and worse and worse. Um, because just just the time waiting, like imagine a time in your life where you've had to wait kind of indefinitely, not knowing when it's going to be, and it feels so 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 urgent, and like it's like days and days and days. It does feel like torture. And there was a point.
A few days that should stop you from getting to that point again.
Well, I think what happens is that the sites get noticed, legal notices. There's firms behind this. There's muscle behind these people, and they're on notice. And if they don't want to, then they play ball. Like you want to play hardball, we can go to the next level. So typically, it's like we take it down. Okay, he found us. You fucking coward. Sorry. See, I feel like I get so angry, and then I feel like people get like when I came back on this channel. Uh, and I remember and I just gotten partnered, and I never thought that was gonna happen. And all of 2025, let alone 2024, like that wasn't gonna happen. And I remember you saying to me, like, I said, "Oh, I feel like I can't let myself be happy. Like I shouldn't, because I hate being let down when it's gone." And you said you can let yourself be happy, but the total shift where it was like actually you were seeing a person who felt some semblance of joy and like nervous. And then I ended up feeling like in the last days, it was like I almost wanted to go back to my other, like, pop-up channels for a little while, and, like because in the same time, like, Edward's gone, Hale's been gone. I feel like
Mhm.
I had such dependent on knowing that anyone is here that I recognize as and hopefully new people will I'll recognize and feel safe with them too, but the ones like have been here for me has really helped get me through. So when you said that like you only can remember the bad stuff, it's like no, hanging on that, like your good words, like the ones that care, like for this time, like not just right now, has helped me. Like even though I don't look like I'm doing so well, is gonna go through this and be unfazed. Like, and part of the reason of me saying this is because I feel this is kind of I have some shame about this, but I've always felt very separated from other women. Like I don't want anything bad to happen to them, but I felt like they want bad things to happen to me. Like especially with them wanting my channel banned and getting it banned and things like and I felt like and maybe, men can make comparisons and that can make you feel like you're in a competition or something. And
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling, so I don't compete. Like I just refuse to compete about anything. So being forced into one, it's like the way to not have competitors is separate. Like no, you're separate. And the thing I have the shame about is that I felt like um only my pain in this and it's like I don't care if somebody has both parents, $1 billion, every privilege I've never had and never will. They don't deserve this pain. And they probably had, if they had both parents and $1 billion, they probably could have gotten this down sooner for them. But either way, I'm trying to show and be upfront about how much it hurts and going through, and it can't just be like, yeah, it's so nice. It was a 5 minutes there of being a little upset, but like, no, this is like I'm every woman, like or man that goes through this. Like I'm I'm not special in my pain. And I'm I would say I'm the realest bitch on the internet and I'm being very upfront about it. But even if somebody isn't showing it, like I broke my own goddamn hand. I'm suffering. This has been a lot of suffering and I'm trying to come back to where I was at that night when I said I'm so afraid to be happy about this, but I'm feeling like hope, and I'm trying to get back to that girl that was like thinking maybe something good could happen, not this like the world turned really, really dark. And I think that, like they say, the only way out is through. And I think when I finally get the help, although it is right now, like they are pulling the things up and notices are going to be out, that will make a difference too. And but it has to be like on it. Like I have to check that they're or it has to be checked that they continue to do that. But anyway, I guess I feel that it's important that I show my suffering because maybe if somebody hears this, they will see in other it's because it's often women and I feel because I am not really a kinship, but that I should feel one. And therefore, I don't want them to suffer either. And even if they hate me, don't do it to anybody else either. Um
No, that's a, maybe it would make them think twice, but they are dickheads, so I don't know.
let's would you share with us what makes you happy? Could be anything, and there's no right okay, first thing that came to my mind was, like, Terry's little giggle right there. Um, then the second thing, this. Oh, you know it, but also, like, look, I've been hiding in shame because that person said I was getting chunky. So I didn't want him to see, even though he's a hater, that I had bought this for $1.20. Look at the bargain I got. That I've been nibbling a little piece every night off this cookie cake thing. But this makes me happy because like I'm a fatty at heart. Like I was born 9.5 pounds. I look and I was a vaginal birth. My mom never let me forget that. I could go on. I like shitty reality TV. Oh, I love I'm so behind, like, I think it's a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because I don't have a fucking TV right now in that room, and it's my own damn fault, and I feel like part of the thing was, it's like, that y'all gave me the money to get this done, like, because 'cause y'all have been paying, not just, like, in support of me, but it's like, w and while these people have been stealing from me, like, um, and, like, for instance, John said, "I wanna help for, like, what it is, to help you pay for this service to get this done." So, I knew when they weren't helping me, it's like I felt like that scene in Pretty Woman when she's like, "I got all this money." I Have you seen Pretty Woman? Do you know what I'm talking about?
We're seeing it.
Where she couldn't, like when she goes to the, like was it the bellhop or the guy at the hotel, and she's like, "I have all this money, I'm supposed to buy a dress." And this couple, like, and they won't help me. And he's like, "We're gonna get you some clothes, girl." And they have that great scene with the clothes. But before that, and she's crying, like, I feel like I have the money from John. It's like, and you guys, like, "I have all the money, take my money, help me. Why won't you take my money?" It's swelling out, like, please. That's how I felt, like, for you guys too, like, I have the help, and so anyway, because you guys gave me the money to get this done, I shouldn't have been breaking my fucking TV, so I won't let myself replace it. So but when I can watch TV, I used to really like, a lot of things, and I would share it on my page. Oh my god, their nation. Just thinking that if you were here, that you would know that like the back of your hand. I guess, and that's the moment, that's the scene when she's changing into the clothes, right? That they start playing this song, right? Pretty woman walking down. Then that's where the title comes from. Man. Almost out of here. Arthur, what the all right. Should we let Arthur call?
Yeah,
I,
we have this time.
yeah. I love you dearly.
Yeah.
Mwah. Why does he say goodnight like I can't call him in the middle? Go on, Arthur. Go on. You can call either number though, Arthur. You have all the other okay. Hello?
I did call first. What happened?
Oh, I didn't know it was you at first. I didn't know that because you always call my other phones because you actually have every number of mine. So I wasn't expecting that it'd be you. And because I wanted you to be my first caller because you always are, I didn't answer your call because I figured you'd be calling my other phone. Then I started getting panicked.
No, no, fella. I called you a new one.
I know that, but that's why it's not a big deal. I'm right here. I've been looking forward to talking to you all week. I don't know why you got upset. You know what? You tell me to have patience while I'm being robbed.
But I was patient. I was patient.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. I guess Terry must have called your old number.
um, Terry called. Terry called on Signal. Do you have my Signal? It's this one. It's for this phone. If you ever want that
No.
Signal, it's an app, but Terry uses that one because if you're overseas, like remember the first time Terry called me and he was billed for like $100 or something. Uh,
No, I don't. No, I don't have that.
and so because that's so expensive, I have that for calls, but also, if ever you're having, like sometimes, like, the lines, like, power lines and things are ver like, it might not get through, sometimes it'll work with Signal. Like, I think with John, like, when he went to Aruba and wanted to call, I was like, "Try with the Signal because it could be more money when you're in a different country." Even though you have
Remember that he couldn't
Mhm.
get through.
So he's like, "Mhm," but we were playing, and we need to finish playing that because I have so many cards from that game, but we were playing Friends trivia. Because y'all that are new here that don't know Terry, he likes to play or he likes, chick flicks, chick shows.
Yeah, and somebody else was, I think, was doing the same thing, but she's not with us anymore. Scotty Walker. So how's your hand?
Oh, it hurts like bitch. It's on I had to take a shower today, um, and when I saw it, I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I can try to show you. I don't know because I did try to take
I saw your numb hand on OnlyFans, and that was
yeah, I can try to show you with the original I because some of you here might not know if you're not on OF.
I, I never had a dislocated thumb, but I do know that a long time
Do
ago,
you see
a very long
do you see that?
my dad burned his
Oh,
on my
yeah.
thumb.
This was after wailing and wailing on the floor, like I said, the TV, and that really did it.
Wait a minute. That is the
Mhm.
oh my god. Oh yeah, yeah. For the second time my dad dirty his like got burned. Last year it was the I already saw that pic.
Yeah. I was just showing if anybody didn't see it, cause um, here's the thing, it's like, I can't even describe because there's always, like, more layers to it. Like,
Layers.
imagine if your mom, like, she had cancer once, right, and she's survived.
Breast cancer.
But imagine if, like, her cancer came back and you needed the money to help her, so to pay for her cancer treatment, and you only have, like, your disability, so you were making art to try to save your mom, and it's all you could do, so you would spend all your time and putting your heart into it, and you're making, like, a very little bit of money, and it wasn't even enough, but this meant everything to you to do all this. And then it's like, say you found out then, like,
So
you were, like, locked in the house, and you could see out your window that somebody had come in, they had stolen all your art. It was out there and all, like, your neighbors that you thought or people you thought were, like, your friends, they were stealing the art that you were making to have money to save your mom, and they're just stealing in it. Those people, if you were looking out the window and you can't get out there, and it's like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me?" And it's like, there's no excuse they could come up with. It's not they can't say it's kind of it's like saying, "Well, who cares? Like, somebody's hurting you, so I might as well join in." And, like, what I'm saying is if you see, like, an anger in me, like, when I say, like, a fear, it's very hard with those people. There's some people would say, "Oh, I didn't steal." Like, what do you mean? You weren't the one that put it on the lawn, but you are partaking in it. You're partaking in it. Like, I was trying to save my mom. Like, I was trying to survive. I was trying to save my dog. I was doing like, how could you participate in doing this to me? And anyway, so that's what I was saying. Like, because you said last night, like, what's gotten into you? And I'm trying to like get my senses
yeah,
back. get my.
Yeah, because I was like,
Mhm.
because I was like, what the heck is going on with the Stella? Because that wasn't the Stella that I know.
No longer with us. May Satan rest his soul.
Because I was like, now sometimes Stella do be like just talking smack about what she's reading like once, maybe twice, or every 5 minutes.
But
She's
Cookie,
like,
this is good.
but she's been like doing that for every.
Yeah. Oh, this is the SL. What I'm saying is, on the other channels when it was like just us, because what I thought was at the time, it was just the people that are supporting me, and I felt really safe and comfortable. Like I didn't know until later that, oh God, I don't want to that people were they were actually like giving out my channel, and then like it's so sick. It's so sick because they were
Okay, Stella, don't make that sound again, please.
yeah.
I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, so I guess what I meant
Can,
was,
can you fight? Can you try fighting that song? Because I don't want to hear that because I when every time I hear that I can't stand this.
why?
Because it hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts when I hear it. When I hear it from you, because I do remember. Because I do remember back in like the like in the 2000s, you never went through this problem. 2010s, you still didn't go through these problems. But then 2020 happened. All of a sudden, something changed.
Yeah, the tra the trauma.
I think it all started, Stella, yeah, with your family. But I think it also started with something way bigger than that. And it was a pandemic.
The pandemic. Why?
It was driving people crazy. It drove me crazy back in April of 2020.
Yeah,
I wanted.
let me tell you something. The pandemic, I was on food stamps. Um, I actually I was on food stamps and my computer would it didn't work. Like I could only turn it on and I could do like a show. And remember, the shows would sometimes cut off early because it still wouldn't even be able to power that. So I couldn't even afford a basic computer. Um, and then right before I got a credit card to get a computer, um, and I felt really bad because I didn't really have the money, but I put it on a credit card, and um, it was one of those where if you spent like I think when you first got it, like because the computer was like $400 or something, that you could get like $100 back or something. And it was like, so that first month I could cover. Anyway, the point is the pandemic put my rent on hold. Like the pandemic, I didn't have to pay for that. So I felt relieved. Like I was actually less stressed about that. Like I struggle to eat. Like my food stamps uh, every month, uh waiting for the day before that they came in. Um
Still, I hate to cut you off, but look at what the management said to me.
Man, don't be rude. I'm just saying because I feel like you were frustrated with the pandemic because, well, I forget. Why
Yeah,
were
I
you?
was.
Because you couldn't go out?
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
also management. I know I saw what you wrote, but I'm only gonna
You sound so southern right now. I'm gonna tell you this one time.
Management, you shut the fuck up.
See, he's getting into a different persona. His like southern drawl comes out when he's upset. Not the where's the Chicago in you? It's I'm all gonna tell you this one time. Anyway, the pandemic, like, because I didn't have to pay like the rent, there was a relief for a while. When that was over, like their forbearance stuff. When did that happen in like 2021 or whatever? Um, I joined the OFs so because then I could pay the rent. Or I was hoping I could. Um, and 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 it wasn't long before that the revenge porn was released about me, and so I thought that it made sense because it was already out there, and I thought I couldn't make any money with YouTube. I wasn't partnered, then I lost the channel anyway, like pretty soon after. Um,
Yeah, YouTube kept on changing their rules and everything.
but no, it wasn't the pandemic, it was the trauma.
No kidding.
But the pandemic, I fully respect if it's affected people, sure. I mean, whatever different ways. I know like it bothered you, you couldn't go to the WrestleMania or whatever that year.
For the last 4 months, or so 3.5 months, I didn't watch wrestling. Period.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that year's WrestleMania
Yeah.
because there were no fans.
Yeah, things were changed.
The only pay per view I ever watched that brought me back into it was Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Oh, what did I do? It's raining.
It was all. It was even hard to watch the NFL.
I know.
But most of those stadiums were empty. Half of them could bring in fans.
I know, like,
Basketball too.
But then,
When 2020, but when 2022 came back, so it had be half of the way in 2021 when the fans came back. That was when everything was back.
yeah, and I still wanted to see that McMahon documentary on Netflix. I still haven't gotten to see it.
You haven't watched it yet?
I know, and I hear like I just heard yesterday, like, oh, there's such a good filmmaking. I haven't seen it, but maybe one day if I have TV back. Went out with the trash today, the trash pickup today. But anyway, I understand. Like, it's like you don't want to see me like this. Want me to be like happy still, but it's like I didn't want this trauma to happen to me, and I am.
You see the management, he's trying to get under me, but guess what? It's not going to happen.
Oh, really?
It's like how you were saying on how me and Terry have been like telling you the that lady that people get management. He's not gonna get to me.
Well, that's good to know it doesn't get to you. I'm so glad. I would hate for it to bother you.
Let me tell you this. Him and them said to Terry that he was happy that he got first. Let me tell you something, Eminem.
Eminem.
I was happy too.
Eminem.
You may think that I wasn't happy, but I was.
I like that M.
Because, because
Hey, Arthur, what's your favorite Eminem song?
the real Slim Shady.
Please stand up.
Marshall.
I love that when I was like, feels so empty without me. Guess who's back? Back again.
Man, because let me just tell you this. Eminem, and he still is my favorite rapper.
Yes, Eminem is so cool. Eminem is so cool.
And We was with D12.
Yeah. He's still making albums, so that's good.
He makes another Genie.
Yes, I like Houdini. Yeah. Do you want to play a game?
Yes.
Let me try to see which one this is. Silver. Okay, I'm just looking at what games I have here. I want them. Oh, is this the movie trivia or no? That's a Genius too. I was liking the movie trivia last time. Let me just see. Is it this?
Life, never life, nothing our
Right here.
song.
Yeah, he does. He loves it when you sing our song. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
You wanna joke?
Yeah, I want a joke.
Even though this might not be funny, but I'm
Oh, thank you, Mike. How did the mask say smoking?
We'll give you a shot. It might not be scary, but I'm gonna give you a shot. Okay.
Okay, yes. A joke, a joke.
Yeah, what do you get when you cross a person and a bow and arrow?
Person and a bow and arrow. Native American warrior tomahawk Stella. Oh, coming at you.
No.
Half breed. Oliver. I don't know. I don't know.
No. It's not that simple. What do you get when you cross a person with a bow and an arrow?
A bow?
A goose hunter. A goose hunter.
Do they hunt with a bow and arrow? You can figure they'd be using shotguns or double barrel.
No, that's a goose hunter.
I was not going to guess that. Okay, trivia. Trivia.
Yeah.
Movies, okay? Okay, let's go with drama/musical. Name one of the two stars from Midnight Cowboy.
That one, I don't even know. I never saw the movie Midnight Cowboy.
All right, chat.
Who?
They give me two names.
I don't know.
All you gotta do is pick one. I was gonna see if the chat might know. Midnight Cowboy. I've never seen it. I don't even know what it's about. Dustin Hoffman. Yes. It says A. Dustin Hoffman or John Voight.
One of them said Dustin Hoffman.
I always forget. Yes, and he's right. I always forget that John Voight is Angelina Jolie's father. I don't know if I thanked Javier properly for becoming a member, but I want to say thank you. John Voight. Yep. Okay. Horror sci-fi. The Dead Zone, starring Christopher Walken, was directed by who? Nope. But you know what? I'll give you three guesses, three choices, okay? So listen.
Okay.
John Carpenter, David Cronenberg, or Ron Howard?
It's John Carpenter.
No, it's David Cronenberg. I just love how sure you always sound when you're like taking a guess. You would be great at poker.
Oh, me?
Yes, because you got a good.
I never play poker.
John should teach
Never
you.
play.
Who directed Do the Right Thing? Spike Lee,
Spike Lee.
John Singleton, or
Stop. Spike Lee.
okay, I've never seen that one either. What's that about?
Oh, it's about racial tension in Brooklyn.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's good. Spike Lee is young in that thing.
Okay.
And it also stars some. Oh my God! It stars somebody else, but oh yeah, Rosie Perez is in that, and this white actor.
What actor?
Oh my God. Hey, Chad, help me out. Y'all know who that white actor is who was in that movie?
Brad Pitt.
No,
Tom Cruise.
no, hold up. I'll find out.
I was gonna Google it. Against the rules.
Oh, I'm still but uh, uh,
Okay, but Raw. Every time you see
Danny Aiello, John Turturro, Jackson was in it too.
okay, but every time you see the ads though, Raul, which a lot of my videos I'm uploading, they don't have ads, but um,
Yeah,
but
I hate that.
but
I hate that.
you have to think every time you see an ad, it puts like I don't know if it's a full nick. I don't know because I haven't gotten a paycheck yet from YouTube. So I don't know how much it will be. I'll let you guys know whatever it is. But I try to think about it as it adds a little bit into the fund, the legal fund to fight these fuckers that did this. um but also though a lot of them they take the ads off later. But then but also feel free to let me know what ads you're seeing. Are they drug companies? Okay.
No.
The
What's the next question?
okay. The movie Sin City is based off the comic books of which author? Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, or Frank Miller? Oh, I feel like Jerry would know this. No. Actually, I feel like Harry might know it too because he liked the movie. Yeah.
Uh, what were the other two?
Okay. The other two are Todd McFarlane or Frank Miller.
I'm gonna say Todd McFarlane.
No, it's Frank Miller. Were you not ever like into comics like Jerry is?
Yeah, I was in the comics when I was a little, like
No.
Spider-Man and Incredible Hulk and all that.
Do you still have them?
No, no, shoot, I had those way back when I was a kid.
Yeah, but you could give them to your little cousin that's just been born. Although I guess they might not like that anymore. They might like whatever's on like the phone.
Well, we'll see what he likes when he grows up.
What Adam Sandler director loves, or I'm sorry, character, Adam Sandler character loves snack packs, Donkey Kong, and his third grade teacher?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. Oh, I love that one. So hot. Hot to touch the hiney.
You told Billy Madison, like, I dare you to touch your boobs.
Okay, what Happy Days actor played the principal in Scream?
Can't shut up. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, while you think, I'm gonna do the Happy Days theme song. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. These days are hard. Share them with you. These days are hard. Happy days are yours and mine. Oh, you never seen Scream? Never seen Scream?
See Scream.
The call is coming from Henry Winkler.
Winkler.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
I've seen Scream in a long time, okay?
What movie stars Tim Curry as transvestite scientist Dr. Frank Infurter?
The Horror Picture Show.
You got it. When was the last time you saw that?
October.
Wow. That's a good Halloween movie.
And also, so Young Jodie Foster was in there, and the lady.
Jodie Foster? She wasn't. Thank you, Malemo. I haven't seen you go on OF, and I wrote you something important like days ago.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. The guy who played Eddie Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, yeah, but I feel like you're thinking of Susan Sarandon, and like not Jodie Foster. You know. In Unbreakable, what is Bruce Willis's job?
Say it again.
In Unbreakable, like the movie Unbreakable, what is Bruce Willis's job? Poor Bruce Willis. You know, he's got that.
Dementia.
Yeah, dementia, aphasia.
My grandpa, still, I know about dementia. My grandfather has it.
Yeah.
It's. No, I've seen it. It's
What?
not fun.
What a nightmare.
But anyway, what was it?
I'll always be buying these salads on sale.
You say, no, he was. I'm gonna just get was it
Close to a security guard. What did he do when the one I see dead people mustard on the pee hole? Sorry. No, not that movie. That's not I See Dead People. What was that one called?
Oh yeah, that was 6 cents.
The Sixth Sense. Yeah, what was his job in The Sixth Sense?
I don't know because that was a long time seeing that.
I love the smell of lettuces. Isn't that weird? I don't know what his job was. The Sixth Sense. Yeah, The Sixth Sense. Oh, a shrink. Why do you guys remember that? Okay.
It's a classic movie.
In the movie 300, where is the invading army from?
Where was he? Persia.
Persia, you got it. And what's the iconic line from that movie? Yes. Yes. I swear, like the other day, like at one point, I would just got so like you want to feel yourself, you're like, this is Persia. Anyway, didn't he die in that movie?
Yes, he did.
What is Willie in Free Willy?
A killer whale.
A killer whale. Yeah. Ugh, damn. See, I guess I don't really need dressing, but this is the type of stuff like just I can't. They, wow. Oh, I can't.
Be careful, girl.
Yeah, I can't open it. And I don't have scissors in here, so it's fine. I don't need dressing. Who cares? I mean, but what I do is I'll squirt like a little bit. I don't like douse the whole thing. That's okay. I don't need dressing. Anyway, nice question.
Don't squirt it on yourself. Don't squirt it on yourself.
Who plays Bill in Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2?
David Carradine.
You know what? I saw that and I was like, there's no way he's going to guess this because I never even heard this guy's name in my life. Well, you got it.
He died a long time ago. Well,
he was good in that movie.
He was also in a classic TV series called Kung Fu.
I feel like for Tarantino to cast Uma Thurman, well, she was like his muse, right? Since Pulp Fiction.
Had a whole lot of people in there.
Yeah, but that was brilliant casting.
From Vivica Fox.
Yes, Vivica Fox.
Lucy Liu. to Michael Nelson.
Lucy Liu, wasn't she in just this volume 2 or was she was on? I
She
forget.
was in one.
Oh,
She was in one.
it was a Black Mamba.
Huh?
Who was a Black Mamba?
Actually, the Black Mamba, that's a poisonous snake.
Okay. Russell Crowe stars as quick-tempered, brutal cop Wendell Bud White in what 50s era movie? So it's based in the 50s, but it wasn't made in the 50s. Obviously Russell Crowe.
It was that one movie with Smoke and know with the Sin City. No, shit.
Wasn't Sin City.
But it wasn't Sin City. Oh my God, what the hell movie was that?
Something 8? No. There's a woman in this movie that I always think of as being so beautiful because since I was a kid, they always talked about her. Her in this movie was so beautiful. She married a real shitbag too of a man. I'm sorry, we're all supposed to pretend we like him, but he fucking murdered someone, okay? Let's be real. But anyway,
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Kim Basinger. And they said in 9.5 weeks, she was like, no one's ever looked more beautiful than Kim Basinger in 9.5 weeks. Yes, and I still have never seen that. Which I think is based on a true story.
If you want to know what movie she was so beautiful in about Kim Basinger, everybody and you, Stella, go watch the 1989. It's the best one of all. Go watch the 1989 Batman.
Batman. Okay. Anyway, LA Confidential.
LA. Shh.
That was the movie with Russell Crowe. Okay. Who plays blabbermouth shower curtain rings salesman? I'm sorry, that's shower curtain ring salesman. Damn, they don't make movies like they used to. That is brilliant. Del Griffith in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. John Candy. John Candy was so great. Like all of his movies.
His way is a cardiac arrest got rid of him. My mother and father loved that. Let me just tell you, I love him in 2 movies. And I think one of them, everybody's going to know what I'm going to talk about. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, yeah, that was a good one.
And Who's Harry Crumb?
But in all of the parts, like even in small parts, he really shined. But you're right, the weight, because I was thinking the other day I was looking up John Candy on IMDb. Is it John Candy? No, this is John Candy. I was looking up who's the guy he was on.
Got one more.
Yeah.
Red Outdoors.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. Who was the dad on Roseanne?
John Goodman.
John Goodman. I was looking up him, his like film resume and his career so far. What a fucking career. Like, and he's still going, but it's like just incredible. And like the filmology, the television, and the diversity of projects that this guy's got to do and he's still doing, you know? And I just thought, I bet so many people might not think of it if they were like, who would you want to have a career like? But so many, if you're a young actor, what?
That's what makes you the actors and actresses legends.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, from now on, like, if I was an actor, like a guy, and I'd say, like, who would you want your career to be like? I'd be like, John Goodman, hands down. But anyway, he lost the weight.
There's one more John Candy movie I forgot to mention that I also like.
I.
Because he played 2 characters in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He played a male and and he played a female role. The movie is called Nothing But Trouble.
Nothing But Trouble. I haven't heard of that. Wow.
And Dan Aykroyd also played 2 characters in there. He starred
Is he in Trading Places?
John Candy, Chevy Chase, and Demi Moore.
Yeah, go look up on like John Goodman and then click where it's like film TV or roles or whatever. And you'll be like, wow, this guy's like
Yeah, I've seen
so and you would want to hire him now because you know he's good and professional and he has so much experience that he could just probably show right up and do it like and throw you something brilliant. Like anything. Like wow, that guy is good. But anyway, but I think he's good and he's still around because he lost weight. Because at first I was like, oh, I miss him being chubby because he was like America's dad. But it's like, no, because he's still around and John Candy didn't make it. And so you want them, you want them to be healthy, whatever it takes, not just thin, whatever it takes. Because how many actors in the 70s was doing drugs and they might have been thin, but they're not around. And it's our loss because we don't get to have the laughs that they could have done. You think of David Spade, and it's like David Spade's out there. He was on Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago. But Chris Farley could have been. They did movies together. Chris Farley could have been.
actually they did do. Actually, David Spade and Chris Farley did 2 movies together.
Yeah, they could have been
And they were
still.
both damn good. And they were both damn good. Tommy Boy and the Black Sheep.
But it wasn't his way. He was doing heroin and stuff. Like he wasn't taking care of himself at
Yeah,
all, at all, at all. Like
yeah, yeah. It was a what could have been, not just for him, but also for this actor too, John Belushi.
yeah, John Belushi is that's to me. It always seems like the blends in like that same era. Like wake up call. Maybe it was a wake up call to other people. Like, oh, we gotta stop this. But John Belushi, right? His brother is still acting. His brother's still around, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one. I feel bad for. I feel bad for anybody that's lost a sibling. I don't care how they died. You're left with. You take with them, a piece of the person. Like you. I just feel so bad for anyone that's lost a sibling.
Yep. Prayer time.
Prayer time.
Okay. Lord, this is a new year, 2025. And so far it's not going good. As you can see by Estella, she has a injured thumb which is messing her with her. She only can do what she likes to do, and tomorrow night she won't be able to.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I know Daryl wrote me. He doesn't think I should do it, but I don't know. We'll see. Because the date nights always made me happy. It's like anyway.
The only thing that's making us happy is making her happy. Point. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do is just keep her happy and keep her smiling.
Well, it makes me happy when you calm down and you're patient and you're your sweet, nice self. Because how many crazies can we have right now with me punching the floor and breaking my own arm? So
let me tell you, and let me tell you this, Lord.
Lord, heal her.
The years that I have felt like this ever since I was young, even though I'm still young.
Yes, you are.
But much younger, much younger back then when I was being a immature person. You kept me in line for ever since 2019.
Man.
If you can do that for me, you can do this for her.
So, I know.
So give her the strength. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
I do believe that God is going to help me. And I do believe that God has sent you and all of you. Like, and I do believe that justice will be done. These people, like, and God has. But it hurts. It hurts,
No, God is good all the time.
All the time. You're right. Yeah, I'd love for you to sing gospel one night. Don't you think that would be nice?
I know it. But right now, here we go with the first 2 songs for 2025.
Then call me, Rob. You can play too. Call me next. I'm gonna Jerry about to call next. Oh yeah, 2025.
Now, Jerry, I know that you know what this one is
Jerry.
because
Jerry, how's your knee doing?
you know, because you know.
Got this reading persona.
That's
right.
I need to just do this because, well, y'all gonna hate me for doing this.
Hate you for doing what? Are you peeing on the TV? You're saying share.
We're no strangers to love. You know the song. That's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. You said you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you just try to say it without we both know what's been going on. You know this game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, tell me your truth. Understand, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. Please hurt you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell why and hurt you, gonna give you up.
You know what I was thinking? Is that guy married?
I think, yeah.
I bet who sang that on his wedding, and I bet every guy and woman actually they should duet it and sing it to the other person. Don't you think that'd be a great wedding song? I bet it is. I mean, I bet people do that, but it just occurred to me like you have to. Just look at your vows. I've got some vows, and then you start playing the song. Never gonna give you up.
Everyone, I sort of, I Rick rolled y'all.
You Rick rolled us.
It's Rick Astley and
Rick roll never gets old.
now this one here. Now
this
one here. Now this one here is a good song. I'm gonna just.
I've got Rick rolled. It would be like some celebrity died. Like, oh my god, and it's Rick Astley. You probably got Rick rolled where it's like, look at this person's boobs or something. Like a celebrity.
No, I never got Rick roll.
In a scene from a movie or something. It's from 4chan, I think.
These dang ass.
You never got Rick roll my ass.
Now, Stella, this one here is another 80s classic. What's controversial, but the song is good.
Controversial.
So
when you say 80s, I automatically think it's Michael.
We are just crazy. That we're just in a good mood and we're just jumping for joy. You know, Stella, yeah, you need to just, if we were together, we would just need to cuddle.
Cuddle, yeah.
Cuddle and
snuggle, snuggle.
You know what we need to do? We just need to just
go on a killing spree.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Need to
Thought that's where you're going with, but you're going somewhere else. Sorry.
We, we need to just do one thing.
Huh?
We need to just relax.
Frankie goes to Hollywood. I know it. I know it. Should have done 80s trivia.
Get to work time.
Next time I heard this song was Zoolander.
Relax. When you want to do it, relax. Don't do it. When you want to come, relax. Don't do it. When you want to do it, relax. Don't do it. When you want to come,
You have that shirt, Terry. I'm sure you do. Yeah, right now. Nothing else.
Let's shoot in the right direction. And then we get here we come, so. Leave the most please. Leave the most please. Because help me with your fantasy.
I love people who can relate so many scenarios to an episode of Seinfeld, but I should add Friends into this too. Just like sitcoms or because everything really can go back to an episode of Seinfeld, though. It really can. It's wild. I
Yeah.
remember when I tried to do Seinfeld trivia with John, and he's like, "I've never seen an episode," and I was like, "What? Watch it, John." He's so cute. All right. Thank you so much. That was such a fun call, and you did really good tonight. Love you. Mwah. Okay. We do Jerry next, right? Or hold on, John, are you there? Because I know you've been wanting to call too, and you go to bed earlier. Is this John? Hello?
Well, Happy New Year.
Oh, hi. Um, how has your new year been going? It's Joe Nation.
Whatever. 3 days in.
3 days in, and you're getting loads of inquiries on the dating apps. You're
Free now.
you're fending them off with a plastic fork, like, ladies, there's only one of me. I'm sorry. Like, what have you been doing? Watching marathon Squid Game? Fortunately, I watched it before my TV broke. Yeah.
Sleep a lot.
You know what? That's good. You want to get your rest. You want to play some movie trivia? Now, we have a little quirk with this one, just to make it more interesting. If you get an answer wrong, your whole family dies.
Okay.
Way that you said, okay. No, I'm just kidding. Why am I such a sick fucker? No, your whole family has great longevity. Your family, we need to get on them Joe genes because your family is still kicking. Okay.
For now.
True or false? Dave has no superpower in Kick Ass. So
Yes, super kick ass. There's universe has no powers.
so it would be true. He has no power.
Yes.
Yes. I love that scene with what's her name? She has like 3 names. When she's
3 name McGillicuddy.
but what are her 3 names? And she is like it's like la 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 la, and she's like killing those people. Because who is she? Hit Girl. I can't believe I can't remember her 3 names. Hold on.
Third of her name is 3 names McGillicuddy.
Yes, but she also goes by another name. Hey, X-Files movie. There was a movie? Who who gets stung by a genetic bee? Totally. Who plays teenager Rolling Stone reporter William Miller in Almost Famous? I can give you 3 choices.
Give me 2 choices because I never saw the movie.
Floyd Grace Moretz. Thank you. Oh, you know what? You should watch it. I think you would like it. Because there's like groupies and everything. And you remind me of the kid. Okay. Crispin Glover, Tim Green, or Patrick Fugit. My back is hurting. Let me read this down.
Let's go with Tim Green.
Patrick Fugit. Although must not have had too much of a career since then, because
You said it was Almost Famous.
Almost Famous. Yeah.
Is that the movie with he's a reporter for Rolling Stone?
Yup. Yup.
Okay, because I was thinking
Kate Hudson is in it.
I was thinking of the
She plays Penny Lane.
The one guy was playing Tim Ripper Owens, where they had to replace the singer from
Right.
a rock band, and what's her face from Friends that's in it, but I didn't see that movie either, so but no.
Were they like from the same time they came out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like blurred 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. What's your favorite movie from that period?
2000s.
Yeah.
Top of my head, I would have to say 40-year-old version, which probably turns 20 this year. But that's right off the top of my head.
40-Year-Old Virgin. Now you're making me want to see it. I've never seen it. I only just know the Kelly Clarkson. But what would you be your review of that movie? Like in a few what?
Nothing. Making stupid jokes.
Oh, I thought you said it's almost like softcore pornography. And I was like, oh, is it?
Depends on what. There's a theatrical cut, and there's a extra couple minutes with Stormy Daniels is in
Wow.
in the unrated cut.
Life really goes full circle.
Like literally, it's basically a review of it.
Yeah. Like in a few sentences, like it's a lighthearted comedy about
That's like it's kind of raunchy at times. There's some
you can identify with him, and that's why you like it. Yeah.
what's her face from Two Broke Girls, the really cute dark hair one with the big lips.
I don't know her name. Oh, Kat Dennings. Kat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like her early role.
Yeah.
And the black guy.
She's very good deadpan. You know.
Mm-hmm. The black guy from Reno 911's in it.
Never seen that.
It's basically all the tales of a guy can get some before he's 40 years old, and his co-workers are trying to help him
Can you like rewatch the movies from the time and you're like, "Oh, this totally does not hold up from, like, today's standards," or do you watch it and you're like, "Totally holds up. This is great."
I thought about that the other day. I can't remember what I was
But
watching.
I was quoting, like remember I was quoting, like, a scene from Deuce Bigalow, and then I started thinking, like, maybe I should watch that again to make sure, like, I don't know. I just thought it was a funny scene. But then when it has
There was something I was watching the other day. Can't pull it
narcolepsy.
up. Point Break, kind of fits that. It doesn't hold up.
Oh, it doesn't?
I don't think.
Gross Point Blank?
Yeah.
Because it's offensive
No,
by
because
today's standards?
no, it's really just a terrible,
Oh,
terrible.
oh,
Um,
that's not really what I meant, but that works too, yeah. But I guess that you can't do that because everything kind of is, like, derivative of afterward, so you still have to give credit, right?
I can't.
It's like how you would say, even though I've never seen it, don't kill me, the first Star Wars would be really good, even though, like, it doesn't hold up the effects of today, but you
But
look at the
yeah,
time, and it'd be the
well,
originalness.
Star Wars, what you see on Disney Plus, but
Disney Plus. What 1965 musical about an Austrian family still gets people singing years later?
the music.
Oh my god, I was gonna ask you to sing too. Did you know that I was gonna ask you to sing? You know
Well,
my my favorite things. Whiskers on Kittens. Do you know that one? Do you know?
um,
Maria, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
do you know Step in Time, Step in Time,
Well, that's
and Summer?
Mary Poppins. That's when they're in the chimney, right?
Yeah. Um,
Wrong movie. Family murder. I'm just kidding. What's wrong with me, Joe?
I think you're just kind of. I don't know. I kind of like it too.
Just go with it.
Hey,
Because she hasn't murdered my entire family, but so what?
swear to God, you're uh, there's they're all feisty tonight. It's actually I don't know, kind of refreshing. I tell you.
You know what? That's very Maya Angelou and Still Irish. Like, does my sassiness offend you? Does my sexiness offend you? You would like that poem. Who plays Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife in True Lies?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I haven't seen that one. They
That's probably Arnold Schwarzenegger's last great movie.
uh-huh.
But
Alright. Do they but they you know what? It seems miscasting as them as a couple, like, I can't see it. Does it work in the movie, like, you see them as a couple? Or are they, like, on the verge of divorce or something?
20 year, so that 20 year, marriage is kind of same routine type stuff. But she kind of has it. Wants to get a little spice up her life. That's why she gets with Bill Pullman and that scene. But
I don't see.
I remember being 9 years old
Uh-huh.
and watching that movie,
Oh, wow.
and I had to close my eyes when she's doing that really awesome strip tease in the bedroom.
I had to with Pretty Woman because Pretty Woman is my mother's favorite movie. But, like, the piano scene and the scene when they get the champagne and the strawberries and she crawls over to him, I would have to go in the room, like, might close my eyes, but that's the movie, like, for me, but I never seen but, like, I don't know, I think eh I think Pretty Woman is romantic, but I guess the reason you couldn't do a remake today is because it really isn't romantic, but Julia Roberts is just so damn good.
Well, here's the 2025 remake of it. It's instead of she's a street prostitute, she works on of site.
Okay. Thought you were gonna say Anora, but I haven't seen Anora yet. Who plays convicted murderer Matthew Poncelet in Dead Man Walking? I haven't seen this.
Options.
No, you don't have any options. Do you want me to make some up? I've not seen this movie. Have you guys seen this movie? Well, he's offended that I'm asking you guys because his manhood, his weenie shrinks one size every time that you get an answer right, and he doesn't. And he doesn't want his weenie to shrink. So therefore, grow 3 sizes. On the next question, it's Sean Penn. He's hit or miss for me as an actor. True or false? There's no CGI in Alien.
CGI in Alien
True.
came out in 1979.
Two drag queens and a transsexual get a contract to perform a show in a resort town in this 1994 Stephen Elliott movie.
Some I know I can see the title, but it's like I know what you're talking about. It's
Just saw an ad for Viagra. You liar. Did you really? Blue Chews? I told him to report the ads he sees. All right, well, thank you, Viagra, for helping me and my legal funds.
something Tufo, something like that.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I was actually thinking of the Astley Swayze drag queen movie.
Who played opposite Patrick Swayze in Point Break?
Keanu Reeves.
Because you were just talking about that.
You know what's funny? Point Break, the replacements. Keanu Reeves' character graduated from Ohio State.
Why is that funny?
I thought it was, I don't know, there's like weird connections with him and Ohio State.
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
Who plays the gun-toting Jewish convert Walter in the Coen Brothers' The Big Lebowski?
Oh, John Goodman.
John Goodman, who we were talking about.
You're over the He's actually from St. Louis.
Do you make a point of knowing where everyone is from?
I don't have. Let's see. What's
Where am I from?
you were born in Massachusetts?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Stint in Florida. Yeah, stint in Massachusetts.
I was born in Alaska.
That too.
I grew up in Massachusetts, but that's good. You're close. Florida, then here, yeah. Terry got it.
Sounds like so this and this, like a good man should.
Who directed Dances with Wolves?
Kevin Costner.
I didn't know he directed that. I guess he likes to direct.
Which by the way, should have won the Academy Award that year instead of that won the Academy Award and should have gone to Goodfellas.
Who should win this year?
Furiosa, Mad Max movie.
Really? I couldn't even sit through the whole thing. Your taste is wild. I don't know. I don't. It's there's no way it'll win. What?
Say you're wild, baby.
Yeah, but I'm using wild as a like far like they're saying like a dark horse candidate like The Brutalist or it's like and then there's that's a movie that will not even be nominated. That's like such a wild throwing a ball like out of the park but you're like hitting the guy in the Cracker Jack stand in the head. That's a wild shot.
I mean, I could deep cut and said something like, oh, I could have said the front room with that Brain movie, but
Brain movie. I don't even think it'll win for costuming. I think I think Wicked will get that.
this is my movie pick of 2024.
Do you see vampire movie yet you wanted to see?
No, the complications.
The Nosferatu?
Not from
Yeah. Complications. Oh, I'm sorry if it's something bad.
schedule programming, so to speak.
In the beginning of what movie does the Earth explode? Oh, that sucks. And we are all told, don't panic.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Is that a funny movie or is that
Actually, pretty funny movie, but it's like a British humor movie.
British? Yeah, I got you.
Alan Rickman is the robot in that, so you'll like that.
Oh, I will?
Yeah, I think you'll definitely like.
Why are you pegging me as an Alan Rickman fan? Like, that's so odd. And also, like, I don't know one thing he was in. Oh, yes, he was in Die Hard. Yeah. He was the generic bad Russian guy. Mm.
Is also something I saw in theaters 20 years ago. Um, it's actually a pretty funny movie and premise.
So they're hitchhiking around the galaxy.
Um, I mean,
Take a ride on my spaceship.
I really think you're going. I think if you like it, because it's because it wasn't meant to be. Because they're kind of making fun of bureaucracy in a way,
Bureaucracy.
and
Fuck the establishments.
and there's a character who's a space pirate who has like multiple heads.
Who thinks this shit? Like, who sits there and thinks of this?
Actually, it's kind of years ago, but it's actually a pretty entertaining movie. I highly recommend checking it out when you have TV.
Thank you, Jerry. Oh, you're on to bed, John. I didn't realize how late it got. Is it? Must be 8:30. You're going to bed too early. Okay. What comedy features Matt Dillon doing CPR on a dog and Ben Stiller being attacked by the same dog?
Something about me?
Yes. Don't you love that movie?
Hilarious. I mean, it draws you in the first 10 minutes with um, flashback of
Oh, when he was in school and they had the braces.
We got a bleeder!
We caught up. Oh my god.
Have you seen my baseball?
I don't remember. Oh, that's from Woogie.
Woogie. Yes, a shoe fetish. Yes, Brett Ford slam pump.
Have you been able to get any discounted treats after Christmas?
Mm,
I got mint chocolate Lindt,
no,
Lindt
that's not really.
peppermint
That's
cocoa
really,
Lindor truffles, I think.
yeah, that's not really my thing. You know,
Are you telling me that I cannot entice you with my treats?
baby, you're my treat.
What do you like? What kind of candy? You like cookies with the tree?
I like anything you want.
Yeah, well, you're more savory. You like the burgers. You're a man. You like salami.
Right now, I'm going for some juicy thigh.
Is juicy good?
Mm.
Or does juicy mean like chunker? I don't know. I should
Uh, but uh, there, there's something about you tonight that's I don't need Bluetooth, honey.
you always say that. You always be saying that. Okay. Nice. Cameron Crowe wrote what 80s comedy that features a young Sean Penn as stone surfer dude Jeff Spicoli?
Sometimes original
My mother also loved this movie. Did you like that movie?
seeing it's a very timepiece. Um, like literally, I was actually quoting the other day at work. It's like one of those movies that you're.
Just because the lady from Drop Dead Fred takes her top off. And she's still acting in anything. She was such
I
a
don't think so.
she's such a cutie.
Um, I don't know. No, that's a very see, point. I don't know. Well, past this client's Mr. Hand, I don't know.
I love that teacher. And when he orders the pizza, he's what the fuck is this?
I think Martian comes on, on those TV or whatever. It's like literally, I can only think of style lines when I see him on the TV because
Yeah.
it's the show.
My favorite Martian. I never see it on TV, but then I don't have cable. I watch anything that's from NBC on like Peacock.
The cock.
Peacock from I guess which is like NBC.
This is a Girls Gone Wild documentary. I'm actually going to pay the $8 or whatever to Peacock. I actually want to watch.
Yeah, but I hear that it's not like titillating in a rousing way. Like it's like,
No, this would be like a good informational.
oh, I got a new member. Thank you, the hated one. I love you. I love you, hated one. Thank you for joining. More videos coming soon.
So yeah, I do because Eddie Trunk was actually talking about it the other day because Kim Kardashian had something to do with it, and it's like, okay, if Eddie Trunk was talking about it, it sounded pretty entertaining.
This older, like Chinese woman that does like luxury beauty reviews, but she did like a vlogmas. Her name is Michelle Wang. And I watched like almost every one of her vlogmases for some reason, like as it was especially during the time that I was doing a lot of cleaning, like for earlier in December. And so she did this one vlogmas where she said, last night I watched this documentary about that girl, it's called Wild. And she's like, why is that guy not in jail? why is he not in jail? Like, I was like, whoa. And then we should talked a little bit about why. And I looked up some of the reviews and you could see a little bit of what. And it's like basically I haven't seen it yet. I
Yeah,
have
actually,
no,
yeah, there were nights that 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday or Monday morning. It was like I got like 3 hours. I gotta get back to sleep. I'm tired. So yeah, like literally at 3 a.m. when Central Time, um, when Comedy Central was sign off the night, like literally that would run until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
the infomercials.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it wouldn't be playing it and they'd be like censored block.
yeah,
And if you wanted that censor block removed, you gotta buy it for like how many shipping and handling and whatever. I don't know. I didn't buy it, but I'm just saying. I know it. I was a little kid in that time and it kind of affects you, when you're like aware of that, just growing up as a child, seeing it.
a
Um,
lot of
but to get those girls to be gone wild, I guess some of them were very young, pried with alcohol. Um, many were actually not of age and being under the influence. So two things like that should not be being so they weren't putting that in the commercials, needless to say. You probably thought you were saying like adult women or girls, but not girls. Like but anyway, I think it's
it's like getting tried for being an adult when you're like 14.
yeah, I guess I was just gonna say, like, I know you want to sign up with although I wonder if they're having a special. I wonder if they were if was it Peacock or was it that was doing a special during Black Friday? Although you get
Well,
all the NBCs because that's how I watch Saturday Night Live.
I have one of my burner accounts. This make it up make an account for that. Watch and sign out because it doesn't uh,
Harry
have
Potter.
like a week free or something like that.
Oh yeah,
So,
it is usually running a deal, but um, yeah. Anyway, what I heard is that it's not. You don't feel good after watching it. Yeah, but if you want to see it because there is like you're like, oh yeah, I remember that growing up. Then I could see that.
this is a syndicated radio show. They're on now, Bob and Tom, and they do like fake commercials and ads, right? But on the space of that genre, those movies was, um, girls going, woo, and guys going, yeah. They were playing off
Oh,
that.
like a Guys Gone Wild where they're just like flopping their
No,
wings around.
no, it was like, no, it's poking fun of, just going, woo, and guys going, yeah.
Like, wasn't there a scene in for like the Amy Schumer show where like her spoof on Hooters was like dinglers or something? Where they like flop their balls on the table.
Oh, no, I didn't watch it. Sure.
Eh. There were some funny like segments you could see on YouTube. Yeah,
I,
dinglish. It's very hard to see all the South Park shows because there were so many episodes. I I think they do a
I mean,
Christmas special and I haven't seen, or is it Family Guy? Sure. Um, so how are you doing? I feel like um last time I talked to you, you weren't doing so great. You were sad, remember?
yeah.
Are you doing any better with that?
I mean, I'll comments.
All moments are good.
friends gathering the other night in Decatur.
Decatur.
Yeah.
What does a New Year's Eve gathering entail? Music on the
Well,
speakers, spiced cider.
she just moved in with her fiance to a new house, and it was like a house showing opening all in one thing, and it was like mostly their friends and people they know in the community.
Do you ever get nervous, like, before you're gonna go to a party like that, and you're like, do you ever get, like, anxiety about, like
kind of do because I'm like literally like these people like they work in insurance and all these not Joe jobs. They're kind of a little bit more blue cards, or I'm kind of like literally the outlier, so to speak, in the because they're it's all.
do you feel like they have more, like, social status or more, like, adult job or something? Or, like
Look from column B.
yeah. I mean, how do you think I would feel if you were like, "Oh, this is Stella, she does OnlyFans." And you'd be like, "Oh, did you suck any dick this week or something?" No.
And trust me, she knows about you. So
Yeah.
I dropped you. I think you actually once or twice, but
No, but I just mean, like, I feel preemptively embarrassed for every encounter. Like, I don't know if you heard about
introduce you as, hey, this is
what
Stella.
do you do?
She's a YouTuber. For you don't have to totally like these people.
Well, you know what? I guess that leads to a question, which is, do you feel like you have to put on a little bit of a front when you're meeting new people?
I mean, a raven asshole. Um,
Sorry. I was just gonna say that, okay, so what if somebody said, like, you said, "Well, she's a YouTuber." And then I thought, what if they ask, like, "Oh, what's that like?" And then I felt like my first thought is that, well, how would I respond to that? And I would probably say, well, sometimes it's really shit because some people are like real fucking douchebags. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, that makes me real freaking antisocial. So I should probably have made up pleasantries such as, you know, it's really great. And then when you said I can't act like a raving asshole, I was like, wait, that's me. That's me all the time. Shit. No, because that was my literal response I was thinking of is like, if I'm being honest lately. No,
hey, we're having a little weird psychic connection tonight.
no, we're not because you're like, well, I would act not like you. So it's just
I don't think you're raving when I take Stella. I think you're a bee's knees.
no, but I am an asshole sometimes though. I can't,
I can be too.
but not at parties.
I mean,
Teach me your teach me your ways. What is the name of the guy from the Karate Kid? Sensei. T- How to not be an asshole at parties. But yeah, but when would that ever apply? But like what do you do for a living? Like that's probably a typical question. But like but I guess that actually still does apply to what I do for a living. So I can't win. This is like probably why. So fucked up.
This background for you. But I'd be like, it was still she's kind of YouTube influencer, not really big, but she's growing. She's growing.
Do you feel
View she does she is a little passion and stuff every now and then.
yeah, these are my shorts from the Walmart tonight because I couldn't put on pantyhose because I can't use my hand. And they're from they just say MTV. This is real fashion. This is real fashion right here. Oh, and also this shirt says Branson, or the sweater says Branson, Missouri. Never been to Branson, Missouri, but I found this in my thrift stuff. I'm Daryl's probably been to Branson, Missouri. This is real good. You have? How's Branson? How's Branson this time of year? Good? So after you went to this party, did you feel good after? Like that you hung out with people and everything? Did you find it
Here's
energizing?
here's the thing. Actually, I was kind of watching
It's a Zen of it.
Game.
Oh, sorry.
I was the only person at this party who was never married, doesn't have anyone, and doesn't have kids because um, her fiance has a couple grandkids, couple kids, uh, and uh, everybody else heard off. It was like, and like
So,
I was,
do they make you feel bad? Are they like, so when are you gonna have kids, Joe?
well,
Because we could come up with something and say, my balls don't work. My balls are infertile. I'm shooting blanks, babe.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna deactivate the warhead.
What?
It's, it's, uh, it's fun.
I guess if they're nice, you don't want to say, well, after seeing your little shitbags running around, I never want to have any.
Brought up,
Yeah.
and she goes like, well,
Yes.
I don't know if she was drunk at this point, but not I knew she was kind of drunk because she brought up, she goes, here, let's test the dirt. And, and,
Oh my God, you play drunk so well. You make a great drunk woman. Starts to dare. Who has no one and nothing to live for. Wait, what?
you want to take a spree around the baby?
Is that what she said?
She goes, Don, let's test the dirt. Eh, Don, 2025, no Brittany. And this is like, this is like a only thing me and her know about. Like, and one of her friends goes, who's Brittany? I had to, get the very quick notes of it. And her fiance was very drunk, and he goes, Brittany Spears? Yeah, can't get over it. But by the way, I have some shots. Oh my god, I'm going to some yesterday.
I was gonna say, did they put something in the punch?
About shots.
That's why they say the New Year's Eve is the most dangerous because everybody be drinking, even if they don't normally drink. A lot of people drink. Well, that's safe. That's good. Yeah.
No, don't drink when I'm going out. I have to do it in a controlled environment.
But did you tell yourself when you left, this was good. This was good. I did this. Like to be out there because I never feel that way. Like I have tried. Like I know after my mom died and I went to that woman's group and I had like no connection. I felt I was so, but they were all like a lot older than me by like a lot of years. But like I felt, but I so I, but I felt like I couldn't fit in, but also like I tried. And then like I feel like I'm with that experience I had at Target this week, and I actually talked to corporate today, and I sent them that photo. I finally could get through because it was like I can't even like buy coffee in a Target without like being followed around and having a breakdown, you know? Like I don't know, I guess so some people say that if you put yourself out there and you go to like this party that you went to, that you feel better and you feel more energized and but like
I'm sure I had new khaki not jeans, but cargo pants I wore.
yeah, did you have fresh underwear? Or did you just give them a sniff and you're like, well,
No, I wore
in case you would get lucky.
yeah, lucky that I know that. Um,
In your khakis? What? What kind of standards these women have? Way too high.
I got with, but well, they're maybe a little bit older than I am too. So
What? I did ask if you were feeling hot, with your depression, and you brought up the party. So I guess it did help. And at least you can
yeah.
give yourself credit that you went and hung out with people.
Plus, also getting some plus some damn sleep because I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, go in at six o'clock, whatever, and sometimes if I have you on,
Mm.
you know,
I keep you up.
no, you're actually my brain sometimes.
No, me and share.
Do you believe in life after love?
I can feel something inside myself, or saying, "I really don't think I'm strong enough."
Do, do you want to see a movie with Eric Stoltz and Sam what's his face who wears a shirt says mustache ride in it?
Mustache ride? No, I don't know. That's funny.
Look, one thing that's something you need to see is Sharon Mass. It's some parts are intentionally funny just because it's 1985.
I know exactly what you mean.
But literally, Sharon buys uh, she goes to the bar. She goes because she's character drunk and it's on smack. Um, and she buys her son a plastic because it matches about Rocky Dennis, the guy with um, stone disease or something. But yeah, and because there was like a scene before, he goes, "It's about girls, mom. It's about girls." So she get high and she goes to the bar and sees one of the hookers there. Takes the hooker back to her son's room, and the hooker goes, "I don't know what's happened to your face." You can go see Mask. Happened.
I haven't seen it, but you make me want to see it. Um, and it's like I feel like the scene has been committed to your memory. All right, I want to make sure I can talk to Jerry before I get too tired. But I had such a lovely time talking to you. Keep your spirits up
I'll go and try. I can't promise anything.
and stay away from the lemon shots Till next year. Love you. Mwah. Good night. All right, Jer. Please by waiting. Huh? Cross dresser for me. What? Jerry, what are you writing about cross dressers? What? What am I missing? It wasn't me. I've been here the whole time. For some movie trivia.
Let me just get you back on.
Wait, you put on the cross dressers? Wait, do they look good? Should we all just go on to that? Like, no, thank you. Maybe someone else would like that.
So, maybe something to do. I'm gonna-
In the movie trivia, maybe like
You can
Tootsie. Yeah, because they have the words, and then they can get them into AI text. I guess. Like sometimes, like I did a show, and I don't know what I said, but they put something over it that was like a Wikipedia about climate change or something. I don't know what it was about.
send it to Jerry.
Who stars in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz? Like, your libido going doing what, honey? My this accessory here. Stop it. What?
Good.
Clint Eastwood. Right off the bat. Bing, bing. Points on the board. True or false? Al Pacino won an Academy Award for Godfather 2. Al Pacino. I don't know why I was thinking Anthony something. No, no, no.
True.
No, no, no. False. He was really good acting in that first one, right? A scene where he gets the gun from the bathroom, you know? So he I was just saying that I know he did really good acting in the first one, right? And the second one. So I could see him getting an Oscar, but I guess he didn't. Who was the original Nutty Professor?
The Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. Your boy Jerry, who you were named after. Well, I mean, I watched a documentary, I think it's Amazon about Jerry Lewis. It was great. Like, it was really great. Um, he had so much, he was really brilliant, but like there's this movie that he did where he plays like I don't know if it's like every character. He wrote it within like a week. It did like really amazing. And it was like, I don't know, something about that documentary is like always stay with me. I say always because but I only seen it a few years ago. But um he really was good. So nothing wrong with being named after him. in this in this sci-fi movie, you die at the age of 30. If you flee, you are chased down by the Sandmen. I've heard of this movie, but I haven't watched it. has great costumes though. They wear pantyhose that like match. Well, the girls in it. Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? I have no idea.
Logan's Run. Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
It was from like the 70s.
Not like a
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
way you described it. When
Yeah, you can probably find clips on YouTube, but it's, yeah.
I should have looked it up.
Well, I know there's a scene, like, I don't know, is her name Jenny? And he like pulls her up like to his room to have sex or whatever. Because think about it, they all have to die so young. They kind of just do whatever, and they just like answer to like that's just like the way that it has to be, I guess. But that's why it's Logan's Run, because he
reminds me of
runs and you're not supposed to.
Where you described it reminds me of a Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it kind of is like that. Sci-fi. What is the name of Tony Stark's alter ego? I remember what does alter ego mean? Persona? Clark Kent, yeah. Alter ego. Yeah, I guess. But doesn't that mean like it's like a cover persona? Yeah.
Sometimes vice versa.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Iron Man. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody. I don't know if everybody knows that Tony Stark is Iron Man though.
Well, he has a really good costume. Whereas Superman, it's like glasses. What is the name of the prince in Disney's Sleeping Beauty? Michael, Philip, or Henry?
That's being Sleeping Beauty, but I think that was still up, right?
What's Jerry? No, it's Philip. Who plays Bert in Mary Poppins?
Was it Dick?
Yes. And you know what? You should watch. You ever hear of the Dick Cavett show?
Yeah, so
So you should watch like the Dick Cavett show episode because he puts them on YouTube, or they put them on YouTube. A lot of them
yeah, I think I've seen.
with Dick Van Dyke, and he talks about where he used to be an alcoholic. Yeah, no, because I know that you sometimes are like have days where you were used to a drink and you have pain, and I don't know. I just thought it's inspirational because he's still around and kicking, and I think giving that up, and it's hard, but he was able to, is what's gonna keep you kicking like Dick Van Dyke, making YouTube videos when you're 100. Which British actor is the star of the 2010 movie Repo Man? I'm not seen that.
Say that one more time.
Which British actor is the star of the 2010 movie Repo Man? See if Terry gets it. I've never even heard of this movie. Can't think what. Shut up. You probably never seen it.
British. God, can't remember.
It's Jude Law. Is it just me or just, like, Jude Law come off kind of, like, girly to you? Like, I could see him playing, like, a cross-dresser video, like the kind that you were watching. Like, he would be a good Yes! See you.
Channel.
Kathleen Turner. People with their trash. I'm surprised she's not barking yet. Kathleen Turner was the voice of which character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Um, Kathleen with a sultry voice. And actually, one of the few videos I re-uploaded that was titled from that movie. She's the cream of my coffee, the apple of my eye. What made-for-TV movie starring Tara Reid was a surprise hit in 2013?
American Pie.
2013? Made for TV? Seriously, I gotta give you a
2013.
Sharknado!
That Sci-fi channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. She was in that. Yeah, yeah.
And it's gotten, like, sequels. Because people were like, "This is so what the fuck?" And then they still couldn't stop watching it. Where they're, like, punching them in the sky, you know? They made at least 5. Do you ever see, like, GIFs from that movie? You're like, "Wait, this was a scene in the movie? Like, what?"
That's on the channel. Looked like it was like fading away or something.
Fading away, what do you mean?
It was. It's probably. No, if it's still around. So like, maybe it was just.
If Hallmark can be around, then I don't see why anything should happen to the Sci-Fi Channel.
I mean, maybe it was just on. It was maybe
We
the satellite at my job. That's the only time I saw the channel lately.
Science fiction double feature. What James Stewart movie features a giant invisible rabbit?
Johnny,
Harvey.
sorry.
Harvey. Are there multiple movies with giant invisible rabbits? Yeah.
We called Johnny DeMarco, and there was a dark rabbit that will like show up in some scenes or something where they just show up.
Jake Gyllenhaal, classic. Donnie Darko, a movie costume or Halloween costume. Who wait, who plays Elizabeth in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? She was so beautiful in those movies. I used to watch it, like, after school, like, every day for a while. Like, there was a period, like, my grandpa died, like, I would watch that movie after school, like, I don't know why, but I just thought she was, like, the most beautiful woman.
Well,
Keira Knightley. I like that name, Kiera. And I love that show she was in this year that I told you guys that Black Doves. It's not just, like, how she looks, though, it's how she, like, carries herself. Her eye, like, her looks, her little smirks, her personality, the whole thing, like, it shines. That gives her, um, even more of her beauty, like, drawn to
you
her,
yeah.
like, "Oh, thank you." On that spy show, yep, at Christmas night. Who produced Gone with the Wind? David O. Selznick. What movie features the song "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head"? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I haven't seen it, but, like, I know how it ends, so I can't watch something get so sad. Genetically inferior man assumes the identity of a superior one to pursue his lifelong dream of space travel in what movie? Do you want me to repeat that? That's kind of long question. A genetically inferior man assumes the identity of a superior one to pursue his lifelong dream of space travel in what movie? I haven't heard of this, but it sounds interesting actually. He assumes the identity. What does it mean an inferior man, like, or genetically inferior? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Gattaca? Gattaca. Yeah, and it doesn't tell you like around when it was made or anything. So I'm like, but my guess is that it's older, but I could be wrong. Sounds like let's keep that's not it. I don't know that movie either.
I was gonna say time travel.
I feel like men really love sci-fi. Do you think that's true?
Oh,
Because I was gonna say, why do you think that is? Like, I think women like romantic sci-fi. Like, they can find a non-existent make-believe creature to have romance with, but men like genuine, like all the sci-fi. And I was just wondering why. Like, I bet it's like part of your desire for, I don't know, curiosity of new worlds or conquering new worlds or what else? What else is like out there? I don't know.
I mean, even though it's not real, it's your thing.
Well, yeah, also making you think. Terry sent me a video the other night, and it was what was it called, Terry? It was like 3 hours of brain. Oh, what was it? I couldn't get through like a few minutes of it. I was like, what weirdo listens to this to fall asleep? But it's like he likes to do that for like hours of like things like that, Like, but this was like questions or like to boggle the mind of like concepts, like sci-fi kind of concepts that that they were like playing around with. I'm like, this is what men listen to fall asleep. It's paradox questions.
It's just the same thing.
Sometimes I fall asleep like on my computer, and I feel bad because like I have my dogs with me, and they don't know that it's like Chantal, Foodie Bee or somebody like screaming about her. So it's like somebody screaming about like a fat woman, and then I fall asleep, and then I always like will like wake up in the middle of the night, and like I don't know how many videos it like washed in between, but it always ends up on like it's like dark blue or something, except these like pots or whatever are like lighted up, and I think that they're like sound something like so it's probably oddly pleasant. It's nothing bad, but it wakes me up. Like at one point when I wake up, I'm like, huh? I must have fallen asleep. So I'm from screaming about fat people to that. I'm just saying, there's all kinds. There's all kinds of things you can fall asleep to. Whatever comforts you.
To my head hitting against the wall.
Oh, are you serious? How old were you? Is it because your bed wasn't like propped up right, or you were just like sad or frustrated?
I think it's a sad and frustration. 'Cause-
But not you don't fall asleep like that anymore, right?
Oh no, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a comfort in hearing people talking because I don't know. I'm always trying to have explanations for things, but like, I get really lonely. So it's like, I always think if you were in a tribe of people, somebody would have to stay awake if a tiger would come to alert people, right? So knowing like you're hearing people talking, maybe you feel safe. Harry doesn't feel unsafe because he's got his cat to protect him. But, my dogs, who knows? Some people have a soothing voice. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, it's Morgan Freeman. Doesn't matter what he's talking about.
Sometimes I listen to your voice.
Well, I guess if I want to be soothing, but I'm not always. I uh I will inflect. Let's listen. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking like on OnlyFans when I did the little recorded messages sometimes. Yeah, I didn't do that very much, but yeah, because it comes in clear, I guess, if you have the microphone. If I'm not shaking, if I'm calm, the only like actor allowed to play God. The only one I can remember, certainly. I'm sure there were others that have played God. Didn't I'm thinking of that. Uh, it might be an angel I'm thinking of instead. George Burns? You're both saying it, but I don't know what you're referring to. Of where he played God. For what movie did Jack Nicholson win his first Academy Award?
Uh,
It was called God. Well, Jack Nicholson first. No,
Which is a beach quick?
no. Javier's got it. I never seen that movie. He must have been good in it. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No, I never.
What basketball player starred opposite Jean-Claude Van Damme in Double Team?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Yeah, you see that one. Which aging horror movie star played Johnny Depp's inventor slash father in Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, that was the guy that after he made Edward Scissorhands, he had a heart attack and passed away.
Oh, wow.
Can't remember his name. This might sound crazy, but was it
Well, they're trying to give you a clue by saying aging horror movie star.
Christopher Walken?
Vincent Price.
Oh my God. That's who that was.
There's a voice. Was soothing, I don't know. He had a distinct voice. Very, like, one of a kind. Never would have got. Well, it's been so long since I've seen Edward Scissorhands. I just know of like the scene of like where um Winona Ryder is like blonde and he's like like snow or something coming down. It's so it's so strange. It just has to work because the acting is so committed, you know? The laughter and thriller. Yeah, I need
Just talking about it's usually a skinny kid in movies. I think
What are the first names of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the movie of the same name?
that's
Carrie just watches that one scene with Angelina over and over and over. And she's like in the black leather. And he's like,
I give up.
that was his sexual awakening. It's John and Jane. Easy. It's your choice. Angelina, it's so weird, like how fast things can change because she had a persona for a while that was like so like strong. Like to play Lara Croft, any female action hero, it's hard. That's why they always said that that one girl, what is her name, Kara or Carla from she did like a Star Wars show, and she was like a wrestler or something, but they had a disagreement and she got fired. Um, was really good for that because it's very hard to be like believable like female action. So she did the Lara Croft, and then she gets in that Miss Smith, and you can see how she could go like head to head with him, like. But then after, like the divorce, and she was always came off like a strong one, even when she did um that movie where she played like the insane woman, and she was like mean and she was like tough though, like you were afraid of her. I think she won an Oscar for that. But the point is that she had that, and then it seemed like so quickly she became very frail. Like she was so thin for so long now. that I don't think you could believe her as being as strong. Like, even in, like, a dominant role, like, you know how, Julie Louise-Dreyfus has, like, a dominant role in, like, Marvel? Like, even in the new movie coming out, I forget what it's called, but it looks good. Yeah, uh, like, Bucky is in it, Marlene is anyway, I feel like maybe it was from the kids, maybe it was from having her breast removed for fear of cancer like her mother died from, but she just seems weaker now. Maybe it's a persona for the lawsuit with or the divorce. It just seems like, 'cause I would always thought Angelina, that's a strong woman actress, but I don't see it anymore. It's sad. I'm trying to think of who that would be that plays now, that Mrs. Smith. But I guess it's just you just audition people. Could be anyone, could be unknown, but she had it. And I think her features, like, she did a role where she had her like, most of her hair was, like, black in it, although it was, like, different. Salt, I think it was called. I think she has those features that could be, like, very believable as, like, a strong character. Not every woman has that.
So Mrs. Smith, isn't that on
Oh, it's been years.
TV series on something? So
Oh, that series, yeah, and I think it was renewed, but I don't think it's gonna be with the same people, but with Donald Glover. I thought that series was so great. I should watch that again. I thought that was so good. It's on Amazon. It's different, because you wouldn't think of Donald Glover for that role, but it's good. If you guys haven't seen it on Amazon, I would recommend that. Yeah.
yeah, my
But you don't need to be, like, kick ass to be a strong woman, like, look at the Superman with Lois Lane. And I don't know a lot about Superman, but I saw, like, a trailer reactions, and they said that Lois Lane is really important character because, um, she gives him, like, more, like, strength to do what he does. And I always thought it was, like, a Bond thing, like, as a new woman every time, not that there was, like, actually a love there, which is nice. Hackers. I guess because there used to be a show, that Smallville show, and he was with, like, a different woman, so I thought he's just always with a different woman, I guess? But anyway, I think Lois could probably be seen as, like, a strong woman, even if she doesn't fight people, in her own way.
well, when slightly just bring it all closer. Same thing with Lex Luthor. They keep,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can appreciate, like, different takes, like, different taking a source material and kind of coming up with new angles to look at it or, like Wicked is derivative of Wizard of Oz, and look what they've been able to do with that. So,
credit so they can have credit to make their own what from the source material.
I'd never seen Smallville because I thought it was too girly. So, I'm glad that you watched its area. Was that in between, One Tree Hill and Vampire Diaries? Uh, was that?
I watch the little I don't.
I'm just playing with them. A full DVD box set. And I love that about you. No, I'm gonna watch the Superman movie when it comes out because I was thinking today, I was like, I need Superman. Like, I was looking for the GIF of the little kid when he's like, "Please, Superman." I wanted to send that, but I didn't find that. But then I thought um, that I need to be like find my own super strength, and because Superman was good. Superman was always good.
He's a nice people.
Um,
Strength because well, I remember him saying if he ever like you know become a blow up from a ticking time bomb, he could I wish I didn't say that. I don't know if snapping. Well, because he has he has the patience that
what's the
people.
what's the antidote for kryptonite?
Uh,
There's none. Well, then wouldn't he just die? The sun.
sun will shine on him. He'll he'll will shine on his grave or whatever. He'll rise from it. It's like charging him up. That's what it is. But as far as the cure goes, there's no cure for kryptonite.
Oh, what should I do tomorrow? I feel like I feel like my last show I the last date night I did, which was like I don't remember the date of it, but it was like before Christmas because I had the Christmas outfit. And it was only like a couple days before Christmas, right? That happened. And because I was gonna say the show, I thought it was so wonderful. Like I felt so good. And it was like I just thought it was great time. And when they say like the longer you are in between your like releases, how it's like longer and you saw how long it was at the end. Like the like yeah, I don't know how to say it. I mean, I just thought, what a great date night. And then um we come back and then the last one, I couldn't even do it. It was like not
Well,
not even any closer at that point to having anything removed. With I found that company that night and then they said, "Oh, it would be like 12 hours," and so there would be like helping, and that didn't happen. But it was that night, and so I thought, "Oh, by next week, I help." So throughout this week, it just occurred to me, I survived another week. This was been a hard freaking week, man. Wow. The TV, the hard drive, the day by day. But anyway, so but they're already like finding things. So I would think that going forward, it's like, well, yeah, somebody could try to steal it, but it would be taken down very soon, right? Like the process going forward would be the process that it's gonna be from here on, right? Of being protected, I would hope. Finally, and hopefully I'll have both companies protecting me, but um I guess I'll see in the morning or when I wake up what I hear back from the company. Like, I guess there's always some part of me that fears the worst, that they just come out of nowhere and be like, "It's yeah, it turns out this is too much. We can't help you. Refund." Even though it's got to be more likely that it's like we were sending out letters and we are on the.
How would it not help? I mean, how would it
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and they have been in communication, actual talk to them, actual like much farther than with that other company, but I just always fear everything. But um
not?
yeah. So I'm thinking tomorrow, as of right now, I'm thinking I'll do it. Like I guess part of it's because I feel so good right now, like I'm not shaking. I've been having such a nice time. I got to talk to you and Terry and Joe and Arthur. Like I feel I'm at ease, more relaxed. I have to pee, but I feel like, oh yeah, I could do that. Like I'm me. Like I have my makeup on. I feel more like myself, I guess. Like, but then I guess I have to hold out the possibility that it's likely I wake up. It's not a possibility I wake up tomorrow crying. It's likely, but the possibility that I don't get past it, and what if I get bad news about the hard drive and I will be inconsolable. But I don't think I will be. I think I'll have good news. Yeah, I think probably the most likely scenario is I have good news. I'll feel good and I want to come on and um be amazing and have our date and feel love and everything. So I feel like
Could
yeah. Yeah.
keep your mouth free.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard thing is I don't know exactly how I'll feel except going by how I feel lately. I wake up and I remember everything comes back to you, when you wake up and I get really sad. Yeah, the truth is I wake up and it comes rolling back pretty quick. I try to fight it, but at one point I'll get worried or something. But if I can have some good news or if I can feel some stronger, my hope is I start tomorrow feeling better. I get the news from that company, like got the hard drive, everything, and things start getting back in place, like a little bit stronger. My hand starts to feel better. Eventually I replace that TV. I get my like okay, like yeah, well, that's the least of my concern.
Want you to do what you need. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know, like you guys just want what's best for me. It's just I always like to give you what I can to expect for the next night. That's how I always am. And so it's like occurs to me like, what are you gonna do tomorrow? Like, and I think tomorrow could go uh, any way. I'm vulnerable, but there is this possibility where I could hear back about the hard drive and they got it. It's good. Like they said, this is the best in the freaking country. Like people, and it's like, yeah, like this is gonna be good. Um, and that the company that's helping me right now in America, I wish I could remember them. Um, that they're continue helping me, and I feel stronger with that, and that I What? Oh my god, are you okay? I didn't hear anything. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. It's like, man, have I been making you sit so long it hurts you? Sorry. I get a little slower in the mind late. Um, I guess what I'm saying is a week ago from last week, oh, I think I was worse off. Obviously, like I was doing bad because look what happened to me this week. So I'm thinking that there's a good possibility that tomorrow night I'm strong enough and I'll know it probably by the afternoon. Um, I think I'll let you know. So just hang in there and wish yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you can't.
Um yeah, these people cannot take away my art forever. Like this is wrong. That's just so um but if you were Arthur, I would say pray for me, but you could pray also, but wish me like that
Jerry,
thing that things go start to like go my way tomorrow, like my hard drive, my I mean it'll be a few $100s, but it'd be a relief. Because like they're not gonna charge me if they can't recover and put it somewhere, put it on it. So and just I need some win here, I need some wins, like even if it's like just recovering something I already had, like it makes you feel stronger and you have no idea like the impact that you have had and the people that stay with me like have had and helping because it could have been that everybody left me, but not everybody did. So I'm like, I hold on to that. And like I know the people that care, like I know that. And when I wake up, like it's the first thing I think of. And that helps. And then some things come back and I get sad, but hopefully a little less sad. Because I like to have fun. I like to laugh and I like to think like before a date night, I like to think about the fun we're gonna have. I like to set up a date, a little plan a little bit. I like to think of like there's excitement in the tummy that the idea is like and that's for every day in different ways. But I'd like to genuinely like feel the togetherness like when I'm here right now and just like I'd like to feel that a good time like and I'm saying it because I don't think it comes across when I'm for like the last since Christmas having terrible depression, but I generally like look forward to all day that if I can do one thing, I'm gonna like feel that I achieved something by having a great time with you guys. So it would mean a lot if I could do a date night tomorrow. And I know that there's no pressure for me from you guys to do it. It's not like that. It's my own internal what I'm capable of. So but it could be. So we'll see. Anyway,
Keep going.
I'm fragile and therefore, like I said, the wins could really help. The losses could really hurt. So if it goes the other way, that's what I get afraid of. That it's like, oh no, and like I can't do it, I can't do it. But it doesn't have to go that way. I don't have to think it will go that way. I'm always nervous for that. But if it could start not being that and be here, then you think you get your Stella back. Where like, yeah, I got this. So barring like a negative, like really hitting um something terrible, which is unlikely. It just shouldn't feel so likely as like it feels. It is unlikely. But barring that, I actually think there's a good chance that will feel better tomorrow. Um, so if you guys are not on my OF, for whatever reason, and you don't see me here tomorrow, it's because we're doing a date there. And it's good news. That means I'm feeling good. If you see me here reading again tomorrow, um, then it means for whatever reason I couldn't do it. But I still wanted to be with you. But um I as always, maybe it doesn't seem like it lately, but as always, I will do my best. Um, I know it doesn't seem like anybody's best to break their own hand, but I've been really doing mentally um a lot of work just to get through the day. And it might not look like it, but it's been hard. And tonight you guys made it a lot better, so um and this company hopefully will make it better. And then this hard drive company will make it better. And we're gonna come back and get these people. And because it's what's right. This is illegal. This is like I'm not asking for anything that I'm not clearly entitled to. Just stop robbing me. Anyway. I love you so much. I do have to pee.
Me
Think
too.
think my dog does too. But I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Good night. Yes. Justice. Truth. Justice. In the American and British way. Good night, my babies. I'll see you tomorrow.